And we're live. Well, we're alive, but I think we're going to die. I mean, we're all going to die, but we're going to go through a death, transformation, and rebirth. How many? Oh, man. I foresee one in the very near future. Me and all my oracle fucking gifts. Yeah, right. What's up, everybody? I am the hostess with the motherfucking mostest, the high priestess Phoenix. I'm looking around. I'm like, I feel like I need something. What do I need? I don't know. Give me a second. I feel like I need to put my hair. It's kind of fluffy. I blow dried my hair and it's all. Hold on a second. Alrighty. Well, let's get on with it. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, light worker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Civil. I am your messenger god, first child of God, the Lilith reincarnated. Oh, come on. In order to keep up with me, you had to see what I post in my community page, my latest live video, and anything in my shorts. Really? Yeah. Let's start with that long ass intro, bro. The outro on the intro. I posted some great shit yesterday, dude. I'd be doing these teachings throughout a day, and I'd be like, dude, that could be the end of my career right there, and I could go on and, it's all over. Everybody knows everything they need to know, and yet there's still so much to know. What did we talk about yesterday? Fucking everything. I talked to you about Kundalini energy, where it comes from, how it feels, what you do with it. Well, not fully. And it's funny because I have this sex magic book for beginners that I bought in the beginning. In the beginning, seriously. Really? Well, I was in my mind, you know, sexually curious because I had Bobby in the beginning, or whatever that was. So anyways, I taught about that. I taught about all kinds of shamanic work. Fucking Gabriel. Oh my God, Becky. Oh God. Oh God. I'm gonna fall out of my chair. I told you we were gonna die. Oh man, you guys set me up. My spirit guys just set me up so bad right now. So bad, so bad, so bad. Oh, I don't know what was worse. The email I sent before that or the last message. Somebody take my fucking phone. God damn it, you guys got me. Oh my God. I forgot. Gabriel came in yesterday, and Gabriel will be coming in on some, hey, here's your calling. The man of your life is waiting. Hey, hold up, Gabriel. Hold up, swell up. Really? No, but I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, whatever. No, fuck. They set me up. Realistically, oh shit. Really, it was a whole universal setup. Dude, I just got set up, dude. My hands are in the air. I'm like, oh, praise God. Fuck. I'm at the fucking, oh, you motherfuckers, you got me. Oh, they got me. What happened? I sent out messages, not realizing the energy. Oh, you motherfuckers got me. I told you I don't do this type of shit unless God tells me to do this shit. And oh my God, am I in deep shit? What'd you do? Fucking karma already got me. So this is what was happening. I was sitting in my car. Guys, please let me just tell this story without a bunch of songs and dance. This is fucked up. Give me a minute, dude. I knew it was gonna happen. I told you before I got online. You motherfuckers got me. They're all clapping and shit. Oh, I'll make you clap. Get the fuck out of my face. You got me. Fucking spirit guides. The whole universe got me, dude. Fuck. Oh my God, I'm in so much trouble right now. Really? I'm seeing the bigger picture and oh fuck, is it so big? I'm so scared I'm gonna fucking die. Really? What happened? Okay, let me tell you what happened. Earth Day. Welcome to Earth. Today was yesterday. So all this shit was pouring out of me, dude, and it was great teachings, but there was more behind the scenes. All right. First off, they had me digging in the dirt for fucking hours. For hours, guys. I look like a fucking whole kid. I don't know if bitches be doing this type shit, bro. Is this why you get a Mexican man to come do this shit for you? Shut up, guys. It's not funny. God damn it. They're all over this, dude. Seriously? Oh, fuck. It's lit. It is super lit in the room right now. Oh, sunny day. Shut up. Back up. Oh, God. I just got set up, bro. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna turn my phone off. I swear to God, I'm gonna turn my phone off after this. Oh God, I'm so scared. Oh God. All right. So what happened yesterday? I did all these readings, told you all these stories. Oh God. Oh God. I'm gonna die. I was just having the best day of my life. No, I wasn't. I was kind of burnt out. And then I was like, all right, I'm going to get up and do this planting thing. Realistically, oh shit, you guys, I may have thought about it, but I didn't really know what I was doing when I got into it. So let's start off with the fact that I was just buying, plants that look colorful. And my daughter was like making sure that they get along in the pot, right? That's all. That's it. That's all. So I got some plants, and then some lady was like, I like your necklaces. And I was like, yeah, I'm a whole high priestess. And she said something about, all I watch is High Priestess something something, High Priestess Oracle. I was like, oh, really? Well, look me up. Yeah, it was just that. And then I'm in there reading fucking things that say like fucking plant food and shit. I didn't know, bro. I didn't fully know, but I know. And last night I was on the phone with Mr. Plum until like 10 o'clock at night. He was teaching me how to compost. God damn you fucking guys. Realistically, oh man, I'm watching them too. They're my babies. They have names. I adopted them. I felt this, dude. I felt this experience of like, take me, take me. I was like, do you want to come live with me? You want to be my friend? It was that moment from fucking Goonies. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to do my best. Well, one of them I get is called pansies. And pansies say that they can only be in the sun for like 3 hours. I'm like, oh shit, I put you in the sunlight. So I call Mr. Plum. We talk about everything under the sun, including the pansies. He said they don't grow them out there. He said they grow them in winter because they're cold when, they don't like it's too hot. It's too sunny. I was like, oh man, well, we'll see. So I've been watching the sun. It hasn't hit him yet. So really, I did all this and I didn't realize what a fucking monstrous job it was going to be. Really, I was digging in the dirt, like literally in my shorts. I took my shoes off. I'm so glad I got a whole shovel. When my daughter gets the shovel, I was like, that's a bit much, don't you think? I was like, that's like extra. And then we go and look up the prices for the little guys. Thank God I didn't get a little guy. Oh God, dude. That would have been like the worst karma ever. Really, well, I pulled all kinds of muscles. I took like buttloads. I was filling up trash cans of dirt and removing the dirt, but I couldn't fill it up all the way because I'm not that strong. So I was doing a lot yesterday. How many? I mean, I must have did at least 7 loads of fucking dirt to get the dirt, the dirt out of there and anything that was in there. And then I put new dirt in there. It was such a fucking monstrous thing. So then I'm sitting in my car and I'm like, oh yeah, it's all great. And the Holy Spirits come in and they start making fun of me, dude. And it is hilarious. I'm in tears. So much that I have to send this message to the devil and tell him about it. What is it? They're so proud of me. They're like, how's it feel, Joe Dirt? And I'm like, uh-oh. You're like, you called him a fucking, you're always making fun of him digging fucking ditches and holes. How'd it feel? How'd it feel? And they're making fun of me. They're like, this was your karma. And I'm like, oh, that's not fucking funny. And they're like fucking Fred Flintstone. And here comes Barney, the big fucking, the big purple dinosaur rebel. And I was like, I love you. I was like, get away from me. I hate you guys. They're fucking clowning me, dude. And I told you yesterday, my daughter wants to come out and get a fucking mullet. Every fucking thing I said is coming back to haunt me. Really? That's what they said. I was like, how'd it feel? How'd it feel? How'd it feel? You guys, really? They set me up. But anyways, as I was sitting there, I sent a fucking message to that dude. And I'm like, oh, I got my karma for making fun of you. Hey, while he's digging a ditch, he's digging. Never mind, I'm not going to say shit because everything I say can and will be held against me. I hate you guys. So they're making all these jokes and shit, and I didn't even realize it. And then I sent a message to that dick. Tell him we're even. We're even. We're even. Realistically, oh man, I'm sitting here hurting. Really pulled on my muscles and shit, digging and all that. I'm sure the neighbors that were watching, because there's these high tower fucking neighbors over there, I'm sure they were just loving it. Really? I was all up in it, bro, with a whole ass shovel. And then I was laughing about Russ. I shared Russ. Russ did this stupid song talking about I ain't gonna let the devil get me. And he looked so stupid trying to dig a hole with a fucking white outfit on. It was so stupid. And here I am all fucking playing in the dirt. It was funny. You had to be there. It was a whole situation. But I came out, I'm a plant mom. I birthed new life, just like they said. I am the Empress. Really? Yeah, but I didn't think about what fucking Gabriel said. or that Gabriel came in, and I was like, that's how it be, dude. I'd be like, go fuck yourself. Don't ever talk to me. I never want to hear from you again. You better never ever talk to me again. And then I'll come out in his DM, say, hey, how you doing? Really? You better not respond to me. Really? Talk about mixed signals. It wasn't me. It was the Holy Spirit. And he knows that. And I tell him that all the fucking time. Every time I reach out to him, I was the Holy Spirit. It wasn't me. I wasn't sitting here wishing upon a fucking bullshit ass star. Realistically, I did fuck that up by yesterday, though. I already fucked this up twice now because it's not just that. Really, I better shuffle the cards and tell you where this is going. Cards never tell me where it's going. Oh, God. They're trying to. Oh, shit. They're trying to tell us something. I was like, they're not going to tell us anything we don't know. What are we doing? Ooh. Ooh. No. Don't get too excited because yesterday I did what I said I was going to do and I reached out to Hypnotic, to fucking Brian. Happy birthday and all that bullshit. And I was like, oh, I got an oil for you. And then what was worse, no, I said that. And then I checked his stories, and in his stories, he had posted the picture of the night that I was there. All the pictures this guy has of his birthday parties and all the places he's ever been at his birthday. Maybe that is his girl. I don't know. I just know I was sitting right across from him when they took that picture. And so I send him all these birthday bullshit and this, that, and I'm telling you, these fucking twin flames, god damn y'all. I swear, communication is not your forte. But anyways, going back to it, I send him all that information, and then, oh God. That's about where we're about to be. Is this where I don't want to be? No, it means you got to work through it, to be honest. I already told you that in my post. I told you they're not going to tell me anything I don't know. Anyway, so I sent him a message, and then I was like, hey, I don't remember a lot of stuff, but I remember being there that night. And that's all I sent this birthday text. I got this oil for you. And then this message. And he replies back, I remember that too. Thanks for being a blessing. It's like, no, you're the blessing. God bless you. That's all I said to him. So I had that conversation. And then this morning, the spirit guides was like, you need to send a formal invitation to Wolfman. Oh, shit. You have not formally invited this guy. Oh, shit. So so then yesterday, let me throw this in. So then yesterday I make that great video and I'm like, despite, and that's what I said, I'm at like, terms, and I've come to terms with the agreement of what things are. And I've just, came to that. So I sent the video yesterday to fucking Bobby saying, hey, I couldn't be this powerful without you and whatever. Really? Yeah. So I already started a lot of shit. Really? Oh man. I didn't do it. The Holy Spirit did it. Really? It was like a coordinated fucking attack. Really? Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't really put much on fucking Brian. I use the word as busy, but he's just as flaky as the rest of you. He'll do all this and then he'll invite. I already got the email inviting me to go to his fucking awards fucking ceremony. I was like, oh Lord, have mercy on me. Realistically, what's the outcome? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What's the mastery? The King of Coins, the King of Pentacles. Well, hell. What does that mean? I mean, I don't know. Round them up. I don't know what that means. Realistically, I feel like we're all all the connections are on a different level. Realistically, they're not like, no, I don't think it's that kind of swords fighting. Definitely not. Don't get me wrong. They're all attractive and whatnot. But as I told Wolfman directly, I believe in the potential of a spiritual relationship. And I think that the success is inevitable. Realistically, yes, that's the truth. That's what I've come to terms and agreement with. As far as fucking Brian, I appreciate his energy. He's a good guy. He's never over talkative or anything. He's just a good guy. And he was, in essence, he's just a good friend. Or not even a friend, just a good person to have in company. Really? And that goes back to even, you know what I mean? Jasmine, who will be there. Jasmine has dedicated herself to, her own healing. She does that outside with medicine and science, but she also got into, you know what I mean, holistic healing too. She's just on a healing journey. So then she, you know what I mean, we cross paths. So that's where that one stands. And I told you, stuff like that. I only associate with those that want to be on the healing journey or have some kind of association to this healing journey and have further use to the journey. I did not invite fucking Bobby to his bullshit to this bullshit because I have and because I wanted to meet his brother. I invited his brother instead. So I have no intentions to invite Bobby, and that would be awkward. And I'm sure he still wants to have full sex, full moon sex under Scorpio. I was thinking about the water, bro. That's intense moon water, bro. That's intense moon water. Realistically, I'm not sure. I mean, yeah, you could use it for, you know what I mean, for love spells and shit like that and some like sex magic and shit, but that's devastation water, bro. Scorpio, that's a devastating. I was thinking about it because I always, do I want to charge some moon water under the full moon? That's typically what we do. I'm like, geez, what could I do with some Scorpio water? I was like, oh, Jesus. I feel like that's what, you know what I mean? That's the potion that most fucking hexes and spells are made out of. That's danger. Danger. Here, just drink this. Don't drink that much. I don't know what that's going to do to you. I know it's going to death, transformation, and rebirth you. Realistically, well, that's what this moon's about. Ooh, Seven of Cups is underneath. Oh, and the King of Wands and the Two of Cups. Oh my God. And Justice. And the moon reversed. Oh my God. I can actually read these like that. Really? Yeah, but not about some person. I see it about me. Ooh. Let's see with what we got. Maybe we'll get some more. Really? Don't worry. That's nothing bad. What is that? Oh, yeah. They're talking about. Oh, yeah. There's a bunch of stuff going on. I need to do that. I'm just going to burn out. My body's physically burnt out. I don't really want to go and be out because I'm burnt out. Really, all I want to do is move my couch and set up this fucking tent. Really, well, I have to know how to set it up and make sure that it works and, whatever. Which, again, yeah, that's going to make a huge mess in your house. I know, but I have nothing to do but clean my house anyways. So shut the fuck up and sit the fuck back. I'm going to not read it out. Okay. If I read it out of this, it's just too fluffy. Really, yeah, there's no negative aspect to this. There's no real meat and grits. Really, it's kind of like reading the cosmic tarot. I mean, the quantum tarot. And why I'm saying that, they want me to pull out the, Jesus. Here's your clarifying cards, people. What is that? I don't know. Oh, there's a good sign. The Queen of Wands, that's me. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. You see the Sagittarius? Oh, shit. Oh, shit, bitch. Really? I'm in my zone. I'm hearing, what is this name? Shit. I'm feeling it. Something, I can't remember who sings that song. All right, whatever. We need that, and they said the crows. Really? Who knows what the crows. What we got for the crows? Oh, that looks good. Ah, that's what I saw at the bottom too. Seven of Cups. Choices, but illusions. Oh, opportunities. They're all fucked off. Really? Really? I mean, as much as I've said off. And then, of course, you remember last week I invited Marshall and fucking Allie. Really, let's bring the whole team together. I don't know how to get a hold of logic. God doesn't let me. I'll check it out. I never tried. Really? Nah, you didn't know that logic? That I can't contact you? Really? We're not aligned. Seriously? Yeah, I don't know, bro. I can sit there and fucking message Russ all day. That thing never fucking closes. I could message fucking Royce all day. He never opened it. I can, Marshall's opens and closes. Allie actually, opened it. But I can't message you, Logic. Really? Out of all the people. I can talk to Kanye, but I can't talk to you. Really? I don't know. We just don't align. Probably for the best. They don't want me to amplify whatever you're going through. Seriously? And when I got pissed off at fucking Lewis, it closed forever. Really? Mm-hmm. It don't open. And that's why if I talk to him, it would have to be in his fucking shorts, and I don't fucking fuck his shorts. I don't want to know him. He's wearing Kim Kardashian underwear. Shut up, Kobe. I know you have something to do with that dirty cunt. Sorry, I know that's your wife. And everybody's I don't even know what to say. She's everybody's something, huh? As I stand here with all my men. I did not have sexual relationships with any of those men except for that one. So don't even. I am a loyal hoe. Really? Uh-huh. I'm about to break that loyalty realistically somehow in my head. Yeah, hopefully in my loins. Ooh, I went to the Queen of Pentacles. All right, let's talk about the Ace of Wands. Really? I turned right to it. You may be feeling restless that more is possible, and now the Ace of Wands brings renewed vitality, creativity, energy, and expansion. Hey, bro, hold up on the Jupiterian energy. Seriously, my shoulders hurt. Like I was really, bro, I was really digging. Like I felt like I should have got a bigger shovel. But it's kind of funny because now I'm running around with a shovel. It's like, where's the bodies at? Stop with all the songs. How's it going? Where the bodies are. I hear R. Kelly. Where the Bacardi. Who sings that? That's not R. Kelly. Get out of my. Come on, DJ. Hold on, DJ. Really? Yeah. You've been feeling restless. Yeah. A flash of inspiration reveals exciting possibilities, and this card gives you the go. Oh no. That's why I was throwing a fit. They put me in a whole bunch of shit, bro. Do you see that? It went from 0 to 100 real fucking quick, bro. Oh, Drake, you want to come? Mr. Iceman, you want to just, the Jewish are always welcome in this neighborhood. They fucking love the Jewish. We love the Jewish, don't we? We study Jewish mysticism. Let me teach you the tree of life. I asked them that and they got so mad at me. Gosh, it was only one guy. It was only one experience. Really, he was a prissy guy. You want to walk around and go look at this guy? He's probably the guy that drives that stupid Ferrari. God, this guy. Really? I'm going to go walk up on that guy. I mean, I didn't even set it up the first time. I feel like it wasn't the same time each time. It's just the same guy every time I go out there. I'm going to catch you slipping, guy. Really? I don't know. Anyways, I don't know where we went with that Jewish guy. Let's talk about this Jewish guy. The flash of inspiration reveals exciting possibilities, and this card gives you the go-ahead to get on with things immediately. The time for thinking has passed. Trust your instincts and your creative path is being revealed. Or trust your instincts as your creative path is being revealed. That's it. They show you what to do. You take it one step at a time. What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to fucking go get glasses. That's the next thing I gotta do. Really? Yeah, I need glasses. Can't be out at night driving or doing anything. I really can't see you. Not that I'm really trying. Seriously, that might be why I see everything else but you. Maybe if I put on some glasses, I can stay focused on you. Just kidding. Probably not. You are in for a great adventure, but remember that the first spark still needs to be tended to in order to make the fire blaze into existence. The ace can be reckless, and you still need to consider your actions carefully in order to see any project through. What am I doing? I need to go downstairs and secure the fucking room. Really? I'm going to tell her I'm doing a full moon ceremony or a full moon spiritual gathering. Then they know that we'll have, candles and incense and, deities. Really? That's what I'm going to tell her. Candles and incense and deities, some snacks, probably possibility of crying, but just praising the moon, standing under the moon, listening to the music and dancing. No alcohol, I believe. Would you let a group of me and my crazy friends come hang out? There might be some celebrities. Or it could just be me and a bunch of guys in an enormous pagan orgy. My dream. That's a dream I never had before. Well, shit. There's one way to start the. Would that be like a dog that, a dog can. Never mind. Fucking did. I'm just making dirty jokes. So my whole life is a dirty joke. Moving on. Don't be reckless. It is. All right. You may have taken on so many projects that you're in danger of burning out. I did. I'm burnt out. I told you that. I already burnt out. Really? All I did was dig those holes and I felt like an asshole. He does that shit every day. Jesus Christ. Really? No wonder your body looks so good. Maybe I should go dig some more holes. Oh my God. I totally felt like Stanley Yelnats. I was looking for the fucking pot of gold at the end. Really? Yes. What was it? I don't know. I'll tell you, at that point, I thought I was digging to China and I really couldn't even break the surface. You have plenty of ideas, but you don't see them through. No, I see all of them. I just can't get up to do all of them. They won't let me do it all at once. Really? It's so obnoxious. And that's it too. They put the film on hold because I was, you know what it is? I'm going to tell you what it is. It's that Lewis mentality. It's that one track mentality. So I'll be overindulged in one thing and I'll give it all my energy and let everything else fall apart. So they'll take it away from me and make me focus on everything else. And then once I balance things out, really, I just get overly focused on one project and I won't realize that I have so many other projects going at the same time. And I don't know if that's the ADHD or what the fuck is going on, but I really be super into it. Really? So I'm about to give the film all I got, and I'm like, well, we'll do the art later. And then they're like, then they push up the art, and I'm like, all right, now I'm about to give it. They just like keep me on this, in a cage, ready to just attack. Really? They just keep feeding me. It's not that. It's like they're feeding me it. And that's what I said yesterday. I was like, bro, I could see myself going crazy at fucking Hobby Lobby now. But that's what it is. If I would have went when I first went, I would have only gotten this or that. You could do with this. You could. Come on, guys. The music. Anyways, I would have only gotten one canvas, and you know what I mean, and a couple of tools, and that was about it. But now I see the bigger picture and I need a much bigger canvas and I need different tools and different things. So at first I saw the beginning because that's all you can is you put your mind to it and your mind was like, well, I guess this is how we start because it goes linear. It's like to get there you got to go here and here. But that wasn't true. So later it developed, right? And in that time, I'm going to go to a specific arts and crafts store. So then later it developed to now I have a fucking shopping list of everything I need to get from fucking there. Realistically, yeah, and I said that yesterday. So it starts building. It starts building and getting bigger. And then they let me out and I tackle these projects. And then it's like those days come, and that's like a Tuesday or Thursday. I'll hit like 5, 6 things, dude. Just bam, 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 bam. Really? Because I've been sitting on it, bro, and I've been waiting for it and I've been trying to get at it. And then they finally give me the go. Really? You don't even understand how awful a Monday morning truly is mentally for me. The kids are gone. You know what I mean? That it's a fresh new week. The birds are singing. I want to get out, dude. And I want to burst out of my skin and just tackle whatever there is to be done. Really? And God says, no, bitch, sit still. How does he make me? He literally puts this urge in my body where it's like I can't carry it. But inside, I just want to go out and do whatever I can out there. There's certain days it's so terrible. Realistically, oh gosh. Realistically, yeah. So as far as this is, I get a lot of ideas, and it looks like you're never gonna get these off the floor. It's like if they ever let me off the floor, really? Something like that. But that's what they keep me motivated on is because they show me work on this and then we can do this. And I'm like so motivated on getting this done so I can get to that next project. Call it you know what I mean, the Sagittarius in me. But that's it. It's like I'm so ready, and that's where I get over indulgent in the completion of what I'm doing because of the excitement of starting something new. But then once I start it, it's the same thing. It's like, well, I started this and I'm into this and I've got this going. So what's next? I do that what's next before I've even finished what I did. And so when I'm in that what's next situation, I'm ready to end this to jump into what's next. So it kind of does this. I complete the projects, but I lose the enthusiasm in the desire of the next project, which of course is that fucking Knight of Wands energy. Really? Well, I just own the deck for what it is. I wear it proudly. And that's what it is. I think it's a fire sign. Like, I don't believe water signs understand the drive that happens inside of you. I don't think that. And, I don't know too many Leos, but apparently they got a lot of drama, so we don't need to put them in the pile with us. Aries is frustrating enough. A Sagittarius is already on fire. What the fuck are we going to put a middleman in this? This doesn't seem like this is a great mix. I just don't need some kind of buffer in between this bullshit. Oh, yeah, let's throw a Leo in. I don't know if that's a great idea. Do you guys know a Leo? I don't think I do. I don't need to know a Leo. Moving on. Let's see. You need to learn to have more confidence in yourself and your creative vision. I don't give up on it or think that I can't succeed at it. I'm so believing that it's already that I can reach completion, that I'm looking for the next thing. I already see completion completely, that I'm reaching to get that completion faster than I should be so that I can move to the next project. Really, and that's what makes me such a great worker in, the matrix and the workforce, is because I'm like, when they say multitasking, nah, bro, and time management and prioritizing, bro, and then, you know what I mean, being able to stand in a fast-paced environment, anything can come at me. I can handle that, jump back over, and resolve all of this, because if anything, there a little bit of the perfectionism is that I'll spend a little bit too much time on one thing, but not too much, because it's the overall production. It's giving it the quality and the quantity, but it's overall production, dude. You have to meet, as much as people think, there's these matrix that are made within the company that believe that you can hit this standard because they've seen it. They make the standard reachable. It's never unreachable. You just have to apply the the tools that they've given you. You know what I mean? So if you're in sales, right? You're in a commission base and they're like, you have to reach the minimum of this. That's not unachievable. It takes you a little bit time to reach the minimum, but once you steadily reach that minimum, you're only getting better, which means you've already hit the threshold. People don't understand that. They're so mad about, they can't get to the threshold. They give up before the threshold. Seriously? Yeah, and once you break through that, it's like easy breezy. But, and that's where it is like most of it's the training and the preparation. When it comes down to creating art, unless you're trying to create something so vivid that you see in your mind, like you have this picture that you can't get out and you have to create this picture, I'm sure by then you even know the strokes of what you're trying to, because you've been staring at it for so fucking long. By the time you put the pen to the paper, it happens quite quickly. It's all that preparation, and that's what people don't understand, and that's what I was showing. It's all that foundation work. You have no idea how much work it took just to put those fucking flowers on the top of that fucking dirt. And that's what I was confused about. I thought they had these long stems and it would be deep in the dirt. And I'm packing it in and I'm like, well, did I make the holes? And I knew I didn't make the holes too deep, that it needed all that fresh dirt because it couldn't feed off the other dirt. And it was just such a big deal. And it's like, you don't understand the preparation it took just for it to burst. After it bursts, it's going, and then you just got to tend to it, just like this. Realistically, yeah. And that's why I didn't grow fucking seeds, because you got to spend so much time just waiting for them to pop. And that's what we do spiritually. So we did and it's happening so fast. My new moon intention was to secure the room and actually stand up and make a public announcement and invite the people to come. And as I said, whoever doesn't come, fine. All I had to do was reach this. This was my goal. So as soon as I'm done with this, I'm looking, and it's already here. That's next Friday. You're like, that's 7, 8 guys. They go so fast. Next Friday is basically tomorrow for me. I'm living in the future. It's hard to stay here when I'm traveling through time. So basically, it's already done. I can't see past what happens. But in my mind, I have all these projects in the back. And the next thing I did see was camping. I saw the night, invite everyone over to come for the night. The next morning, you go camping. That's all I saw. Really? That's it? That's it? That's it. All I can see is opening. I have to start the idea. When I open the tent, then I can open my mind into it. And that's where you take these actions realistically. So when I opened up my film, I'd been talking about this. I've been dreading this for fucking a year. I was like, oh God, it's going to take me fucking years to go through all that shit. It's going to take me eons. I can't, even if you help me, but you can't, because I need to script it. It was the biggest project ever in my head. But then I finally got the computer. I opened up the computer. I started scrolling through it all, started looking at it all. And just looking at it brings up the memories, which brings up feelings. Really? I can look at certain covers and say, that's where I was. I was still in Colorado. You can see it. I posted it yesterday. It was April 29th. I got put out of my house on April 1st. By April 29th, I was already in Wisconsin. I had already went through Oklahoma and was on to Wisconsin. I only stayed there 2 weeks. And then I came through Colorado, and then I ended up in the Bay, which I spent 2 weeks. Then I came back to Colorado and ended up in my old childhood neighborhood. By that time, you guys, all the things I had witnessed and went through, it felt like it had been years since I had been home. It was like 5 weeks, 6 weeks. And I was standing in front of Hypnotic at a concert like nothing ever happened. My whole world was completely changed. And I'm standing in front of a crowd of people that I was performing and working with. And it was so unfucking real. It was so unreal. And I'm trying to hold on to, and that's where it is I was living in two realities, always. Really? It was so unreal that I was still here, but not because I had traveled time and I'm traveling through my memories and I'm doing all of this. And I stayed at his house until January because the kids got off of spring break. They were coming off of fucking winter break. I told him, dude, whatever you do, don't sell the house until after Christmas, dude. I can't go through this during Christmas. He let me know around Thanksgiving, and I was like, fuck. He told me he was going to, or some shit. By that time, I should have caught on that he already did because he had all kinds of money. I didn't catch on. I never knew that he already sold it. I was saying that something's going on. He has money, but I just didn't put it together. So it was after that, as soon as they were supposed to go to school, back to school that Monday, and I ended up having to put us in a hotel. They went to school that Monday. They went back to school and I put us in a hotel that Monday. And we stayed there almost till spring break or a couple of weeks, and then we were back in Oklahoma. We stayed in Oklahoma. They finished school there, and that was a cool thing because they went to my school and then they went to their father's school in the same year. And we spent some of the summer there, and that's where I got trapped. I left there at the end of summer because when I got to Colorado, I only had a couple weeks left of camping because the campgrounds closed. I left the last day that the campground had closed for the season. So it was like the October. Really? In October, that was the beginning, right? It should have been like the beginning of October. And then I went on that huge journey to Arizona and Nevada. I felt like I was gone for months over there. Those days lasted forever. I came back right before fucking Halloween. It lasted forever, you guys. It felt like 10 years of my life. I have the fucking wizard strands to prove it in my hair. Like, I got so old and wise and went through so many timelines and places and learnings and teachings and shit. It's like, okay, 3 years, but dude, it wasn't 3 years still. It just kept moving and moving and moving. Then when I got to Colorado, it was just like that. We were moving all the time and we were staying in hotels. When I got to the actual shelter, which was April of 2025, I couldn't even stand still. And I kept saying it for video after video after video. If God calls me in the middle of the night, we got to go. Because it just kept happening. He would just make me go. We would just go. We would just go. I didn't know if I could stay. I didn't know. And he told me we would stay a whole school year. I knew after the Lionsgate that we weren't going anywhere. But he kept manifesting a house and stuff. And I started to get scared that was going to happen too fast. Really? I just wanted to hold on to something. I couldn't hold on to anything. It was just go, go, go. There was never security. I was always in survival mode. Really? Yeah. So I think that, some of those survival techniques and, there's a lot of characteristics that build into how I move, how my mind works. Really? Yeah. And why it's so important for me to create quietness and security and not be in all that chaos and movement because I just stayed moving for so long. So to stay still is an absolute blessing. Really? That's the honor in itself. Really? I'm serious. All right, so going back, make a resolution to finish the things you start and you will surprise yourself and the people around you with your talent. And I did start the film, but I realized what I was doing was half-ass. I was half-assing it. Really? Yeah. Completely. I wasn't taking, never mind. I'm not going to explain how I was half-assing it to you. I just didn't do it right. So I had to completely sit down and put more focus into it. And when I decided that, God said, all right, we're going to do this on Mondays, only Mondays. Really? Yeah. So he gave me a specific day to do that instead of trying to cram it in. When am I going to do this? How am I going to find a couple hours every day to do this? And it's like I can't control how much I can get through in an hour. It's not like I can put an hour on it and just stop in the middle of a video. I can't. And this is what happens. So this is the weird part, right? So I'm recording the videos. This is how it's all fucked off. I have to record the videos. I can't download them. Why? I don't know. I can't figure it out. Do you know how? I can't. I can't download them. So I have to screen record the videos. The first application we were doing it on was taking on the whole screen. We couldn't even fucking fuck with it. So then my daughter uses this gamer app that people that use games use. So she pulls that up and we can do it. But the thing is I can't pause these fucking videos in the middle to be taking notes. So I need to have it recording the whole time, and I need to watch them separately and do all of that separately. Really, I tried to do it, but it was all messy. Really, it's going to take a lot of work. And so I was trying to figure it out, and I got really overwhelmed about how am I going to build a schedule for this. Now the art was totally different. I saw the art as something that I was going to do on a schedule too. No, that's something completely different, and I cannot share with you that unless you meet me in person. I can only share the art with you in person. Really, it's an in person experience with me and others. I thought it was an individual project for just myself, and I will do my own individual projects in my quiet space with no expectation, but I understand what this means. It's a connection point for me and others. Really? Yeah, and I can't really get into that right now. I'm not supposed to really divulge the details of what that looks like. But I will be performing that um under the full moon next Friday if you want to attend. So that's how that is, and I see that, and then I'm going back on the music. I can feel the music. Really, the music is going to be a big part of this too. The music tells the story, or it enhances the story. Really, the beats alone. I don't really do just the beats alone enhance it so much. Really, you'd buy the soundtrack for just the soundtrack alone, and that's what's great. I love producers; they're so great. Yeah, but I have songs to go with with the film. And I have to take that's that big step. I'm taking really big baby steps. Really? Mhm. It's tending to a lot of seeds at the same time. It's a whole garden, including my garden. And you figure I put four in the ground, so then I've got my film, my music, my spirituality, and a relationship. That's a lot going on. Really? Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Depending on the surrounded cards, the Ace of Wands reverse can indicate problems in your sexual nature. I'm flowing. What did he say? Uvulating. Yuval came to give me. Dude, have you not seen it for 2 weeks straight? Every card I've pulled out of every deck has been trying. The Shakiti. The Shakiti was talking about a holy union. Every card I ever had was talking about this holy union. Really? The universe is talking about it. It's going to happen. I just don't know with who. Are you serious? I, guys, I can't even try to explain that to you. Do you think that I don't love Marshall? Do you think that I don't love Bobby? Do you think that if I had an intimate moment with freaking Brian, that the love isn't there? And that's it. It's like we just haven't had these intimate moments. The love is so there. It's unbelievably there. I can't tell you what will happen when we come together, but I can tell you it's an unbelievable burst of God's love between us. Uncontrollable. Do you think that's not what's going on between me and Wolfman? Making jokes to make it sound digestible, but it's literally terrifying on my behalf because it's my past lives and potential futures standing before me. All I was ever taught was to give my love and to not hold back. And that doesn't mean get on my knees and give a bunch of blowjobs, douchebags. I never understood why I felt like that with Bobby, and I don't know if that's only with him or it could be with any of them. I don't know. And I was really just trying to make a friend out of his brother. God. Really? Swear. Oh, man. Anyways, talk about your sexual nature, frigidity, or impotence. Oh, yeah, and I called him fucking limp dick, fucking redneck. Told you. I've called him such horrible names, and yet he still forgives me. Really? Yeah. And that's why I look at the rest of you guys. I'm like, you're not going to forgive me? He forgives me. It's like, at least he forgives me. Really, it's childish acts, and he knows it. I don't know if everybody knows it, but I can look at Marshall and say the same fucking thing. That's childish. You want to talk about something again? Really? I mean, fuck. That was a Kanye moment. Seriously, I mean, what do you want me to say? I'm working on it. Oh, man. All right, so yeah. And what is it? I don't know. And then you got Big Dick Davison. What the fuck is in your pants? That's just terrifying. You just want to put it down on everybody and you just think it's, dude, you're like you're a spiritual sexual predator. Really? Everybody knows it. You better just, seriously though, we know this. What happens to Lilith's like, hey, I want to see what's behind door number one. It could happen, dude. The shit that comes out of my mouth, bro. I'm so very honest. I'll be like, hey, I want to see. I want to see. I'm just saying, it could happen. Who knows? I don't know what's inside of me in that sense. Really, I'm completely unpredictable. Really? I really am. I'm just saying. I don't know. Anyways, it says you're having problems of a sexual nature, frigidity, or impotence. This too is a denial of your personal expression, and you need to look at the reason this situation has risen and seek help in resolving it. It's not in a pill. Really? That's stupid. Run around with a 4-hour hard on. What are you gonna do about that? Just rub it for 4 hours? Your fucking hands are gonna you're gonna get carpal tunnel. I don't. Women don't do that. I don't know what women do, bro. I really don't know what they do. They have multiple dildos and they do all kinds of shit. I suppose. I don't know what they fucking do. In the sense of I don't do all shit. What does that mean? It's you don't feel confident about yourself and you're not you're just not sexually aroused. And that's my own thing. I'm not walking around sexually aroused by motherfuckers. Really? I didn't look at Lewis as sexually pleasing. I felt, I don't know, he just made me look away. I didn't look at him like I wanted to pull his pants down and do stuff to him. I never envisioned any of that about him. I'm sure every woman does, but I didn't. I just felt like he was, I don't know, too much. I always told him, just cover it up. I can't have a conversation with you. And that's like, for me, I guess maybe you'll understand it. That's like Kanye West's wife. It's like I can't even. I'm trying to focus on you, and you're just doing too much, girl. Like you're fine. You could put on some clothes. You don't got to do all this. I've always looked at Lewis like that. Really, there was times that seriously, I became very attracted to Marshall because of just I don't know. He's beautiful. Really, I know somewhere in those videos I thought Russ was cute in the beginning. Ali takes, you know what I mean? Ali has, they all have their beauty to them, but I think a lot of that comes down to, you don't feel good about yourself and you're not like, I mean, people just don't, sexual arousal is, what's the impulse? We should really have a conversation with Wolfman. What's the fucking impulse that makes you go after these bitches? I mean, is it just literally based on the nature or is it a feeling on what you see or a feeling on what you already feel? It's like, oh, I'm horny, I want to fuck, or I see something and now I want to fuck. Is it a visualization that you're putting, like you see these girls and then you get horny, or you're horny and then you just pick a girl? Okay, so most of us loving beings, we don't work in that department. We don't see, we don't work in such the lower chakras. That's what they call that, bro. It's the lower chakras. It's like, you know what I mean? That shit doesn't turn me on. That doesn't do it for me. Really? No. And that's where we call it something serious, a mind fuck. You know what I mean? A conversation that you're like licking my brain and I'm about to fucking pull my underwear off. seriously, like, you are so turning me on with just a deep conversation and, you know what I mean, opening up with true nature. There's so many movies about this, how a man and a woman sit down and make this unbelievable connection and they can't stop thinking about each other and they're just so mentally entwined on each other. It wasn't just looking each other up and down, it was looking into each other's souls and being having a soul connection. And that's the higher chakras versus the lower chakras. Really, it's like your heart opens up to their mind because they're opening up their heart and their expression. Really? Yeah. And I guess ultimately that's what happened with Bobby. He sat there and he told me, you know, he opened up. And when someone opens up, it predatorial, people use this as predatorial work, but you know, you get them to open up and they'll tell you their secrets and then obviously you can get them, you know, to open up more. But it worked for me. I felt, I don't know, I was turned on just by that he would be so honest and true and open. That was just absolutely sexy to me. Really? The shadows, the truth, your mind, what you think, that's you. The basis of your consciousness is inside of you and it's those words. Really? Most people is, you know, and that's Russ. It's like, he doesn't there's not much to fucking talk about. He'll take you out and fucking date you and all this, but it's not about those deep you know, intellectual talks where we're really just, you know, scratching each other's brains, really, and opening our hearts to the experience of conversation and connection. And that was something I was, you know what I mean? It's cool because that's what connection is about. That's something I like about, you know, being in the area of Brian. You know what I mean? There's always a conversation, a good conversation being had. He's always feeling, you know what I mean? He's taking in information, he's putting it out. And because he's usually, you know, in these situations, he's like, you know, we'll say the MVP because it's, you know what I mean, like, you know, it's Bones' concert, but he's, you know what I mean, he's been brought there as the opener and he's running the crowd and he's got all of the other openers and he's there with the videographers and he's doing all this. They're just there to perform, but it's his, you know what I mean, it's he's putting on the big ass show. So when he comes out from behind the scenes, everybody runs to him and he's, you know, he's very thoughtful and it's good conversation that he's feeding into people and shit. He's actually making eye contact and being, you know, part of the crowds. Not like Russ and the rest of you where you just run through and sign some fucking, you know what I mean? Take some pictures. You're looking in, you know, you're just looking to the door. He's looking into the crowd. He's taking the time to meet the people and understanding these people came to see him and he understands that he's got that this is important. He teaches that to other people too, that this is a people business. It's not a numbers business, but this is a people business about making bonds with these people and these people feeling comfortable to come to your shows because they know that they're going to get to see you and talk to you and you know what I mean, they're worth your purchase. Really? Yeah, he's about making true, you know, connections. He taught that in a business form so you can you know, naturally when you're around him you can make a connection with a person like this that teaches how to make connections and that makes it good company. And that's why I said, well, can we make a connection outside of the connection? And that's difficult because usually this is his field of expertise. You know what I mean? He's the big guy when he comes out, and that's Marshall. You know what I mean? This is where I stand proudest in my moment. This is where I have all eyes on me. I was like, well, you still have all eyes on you, but can we not be in such a crowded situation? And that's where it becomes intimate. And it's like going back to Bobby's brother. It's like, well, why do you want to get to know me? I said this a millions I like explained this a couple of times. I just can't find the words. Like I'm enjoying the conversation. This is intriguing. I'm mentally, you know what I mean, intrigued by this rather than just, you know, the surface bullshit that I'm always being fed. And that's all that meant. Somebody was having a conversation with me worth having, and I wanted to have more of that conversation. And that's what a connection is. Really? Yeah, that's what I thought it was. But you guys put on this thing called friendships, and it's so much more. It becomes so much more. It's not just about having good conversation, good company, good food. It's like, you know, no, you didn't call me and you didn't invite me and you know, will you help me and blah, 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 blah. Hey bro, I thought we were just chilling. Now you're becoming a villain in my life. Really? I'm just saying. Anyways, as far as your frigidity and impotence and stuff, I don't know. I was completely turned off. I didn't even have a sex drive. until this dude comes in and I just want to fucking drive it. Shut up, Holy Spirit. Jesus. Fucking drive to survive. Sorry, they're making jokes. It's not funny. It is. It's funny. I'm trying to be real, dude, but it's like it comes out and it's like misconstrued. It's like I know that's. But you didn't say that. Can we find a lighter way to say this? Really? 50 Shades of Grey. Shut up. It's not funny. Anyways, going back to it. It's a denial of your personal expression. You need to look at the reason of why you're not connecting, why you don't feel connection with. I was going to say opposite sex, but you could be homosexual or bisexual or whatever your sexual type may be. Why are you no longer feeling sexual? I have all my reasons. You can't blame me. I went through all my reasons. I had to work through all my reasons. I have a million reasons. The question is, why aren't you? I can sit here and pour out all my shadows of what holds me back and why I'm scared of whatever is in his pants. What is it? Why are you scared? Do you want to know the truth? Penetration. It's always been my fear. The only memory. Oh, God. I hate telling this story. Fuck. I told you this is shadow work. You hate telling it. It's like, I don't want to talk about this. Please stop talking about it. Please stop talking about it. What? I don't know what was going on in the messages with me and Russ, but I opened up to Russ and I was telling him, he was like the only person I had ever told that I had, you know what I mean? I blacked out during sex. The only thing I could remember was Bobby sticking the tip in. That's the only memory of all my sex lives. I don't remember my husband's. I don't remember anything else. I remembered that. And I told Russ that. And Russ went and made the song Nasty and put it in as a lyric in his song. And it started all kinds of trouble. Well, anyways, fast forward. Bobby comes over. I give him a blowjob and I black out. I can't remember it. Months go by. Bobby comes over. I hook up with him. I black it out. I can't remember it. I'm terrified of blacking out. All right? I'm tired of this. I don't know why it's happening, so I don't want to have any sexual experiences if all I'm going to do is keep forgetting them. So I work through all those shadows. Then we have another experience, and I don't black it out. Now, I'm afraid that maybe it's penetration because it's the pain. Why? Because in this exploration of my body, I realized that I am a very small fit vagina. And I'm thinking that I black out from the pain. They have these big dicks and I black out. I can't take the pain. Realistically, well, fuck. I can't take a period. You don't understand. That's just flowing out. We're imagining a man trying to push his arm into me. I'm scared of this. So I'm terrified. I'm like, this is what makes me black out. Really? Yes, I'm being honest. I have this fucking dildo and I try to put it in and it's painful. Unbelievable painful. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I start crying and I realized I start praying. I was like, all right, if I'm ever going to have sex, it's going to have to be a pencil dick. And I'm praying to God for more cushion. I don't know. Maybe that's not the problem, actually. It's the opposite. Really? Really? Fuck. So then I see this huge dick and I'm like, I already know that I can't take it. Or at least I think so. Really? According to my experiments, that was not a good experiment. Really? Yes. So, granted, all the shit talking I talk about Bobby and not being hard at the time, I still blacked it out. Or not fully, but the memories are all fucked up. So when I went to try to get back, talk to him about it, he said, I don't know, something. He said something stupid. And I'm like, are you mixing me up with your wife? And he got mad at me and he's like, thanks for showing me you're crazy. I was like, you're calling me crazy because I can't remember? And it turned into a fight and I think he blocked me. I couldn't remember the details of exactly what happened. Really? Yeah. Why aren't you having sex? As I sit here all shameful. Fine, I told mine. Now why aren't you? Why aren't you having sex? It's embarrassing. It's shameful. That's it. It's like, yeah, I'm sure all the girls are chasing you. I don't want it. I don't want to. I don't even know. And then what if I'm right? How terrible we both would feel in that moment if I'm right. Marshall said he had a big dick. Made jokes. I had no intentions of ever having sex with Marshall under that understanding that he's running around with a 9-inch dick. Then Wolfman comes out with his fucking pant in his underwear, and I don't know what that is, but I know it's not 6 inches. It's not 6 inches of wood. Whose fault is this? We could blame this one on childhood, I think. Child molesters. Fuck up my Thursday. I said it though. I was like, ugh, we're going to die. Really? There's a lot of things holding me back about getting close. And really, that's it. I mean, there's a lot of it. It's not just one thing, it's 5 billion things. And I shared about Christian. God, he was terrible. It was terrible, bro. Forget the trauma, the sexual trauma. Then you actually live with a psychopath. I had that memory, dude. I showed up at his work. He worked at 7-Eleven by our house in Montbello. And I just went over there to get something to drink. Nothing major. I was just wearing a fucking dress that he knew I owned. It was not a big deal. And I showed up there and he went crazy in front of everyone. His coworkers and the people in the store were looking at me and I'm just so fucking ashamed. And he's like, he started fucking slapping my thighs and pinching him. He's like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck are you doing out here like this? Looking like a fucking whore. The fuck is this? And people are looking at me and I'm so embarrassed, bro. And I'm like, oh my God. I didn't wear dresses again because I didn't want him to do that ever again to me in public. It wasn't that I didn't like how I looked in dresses. I just never wanted this to happen again. If I played certain music of certain artists that he knew I went to concerts because he knew I was music affiliated, there was a there was a 50 to 80% chance the artist I was listening to I'd already shook hands with, had conversations, and could tell stories and did. And he hated that. He hated my stories. He hated that. So if their music came on, he'd give me this fucking look, dude. He would get all crazy with me, dude. It was like, oh my God, he was a fucking lunatic. I didn't mind drinking liquor, but I couldn't because he would fucking go psychotic if he got drinks. He would go psychotic. He'd drink till he threw up, and then he'd be all psycho like afterwards, and then he'd be on this drug hunt. Really? So we couldn't go to places, dude. We couldn't go to concerts because of alcohol and he'd act all stupid. That I figured that I dude, that really hit at Lollapalooza. I'm really just trying to enjoy fucking Eminem and this guy is all lit on my fucking psych pills. He knew that I was taking medication because my mom died. They had given me I don't know. They gave me some fucking it's something like Klonopins, which is what? It's like a low version of a Xanax. And I just got off the plane. I got to my hotel in Chicago and I was in the bathroom and he went straight to I had 3 months worth because I was moving to Pennsylvania with him and he grabbed all of them, bro. He started taking them. I didn't know that until later when he went to pay for cigarettes and they were falling out of his wallet that he had gotten into my pills. Then we're inside of Lollapalooza and he's fighting with people and he's all fucked up and I'm just trying to oh man, and that was the beginning of it, dude. I had just left my house. I'd given up everything, packed up my kids to go be with this man, and as soon as I got to the hotel, this is what had happened. It was the beginning of the worst. I have all these horrible memories of what it was like to be in a relationship, and I'm terrified to go back to that. I know it was one person, but that one person made me fearful of all other people. And there's things that men do that make me remember, I remember him doing this before something bad happened. That's all you can remember is the behavior of what they did before the bad thing happened. So you're always looking for those behaviors in other people so you can protect yourself from that outcome. You always look back at it and you're like, I should have known at this time to get out of there. That was my clue. Why, when these things happen, you look back and you see what we call the red flags. Why didn't I act on that? I knew he was cheating then. I knew that when he took that drink. I knew when he took that pill. I knew, why didn't I act? So then when you see somebody take that drink or take that pill or pick up the phone, and that's how it is, you become aware of it. So going back to Glenwood Springs, I invited Bobby to go to Glenwood Springs with me. And this is when we stopped talking all those years ago. I had hotel points and whatever, and it was not a big deal. We were just going to drive up there and have fun, have a sexcapade, is what I thought, but just get out of town. And he flaked on me, but I still went because I had already I had already planned this. So I still went up there and I drove up there, and there were some people. I knew Jeremiah. Jeremiah lived in my childhood family, you know, neighborhood, and I'd been talking to him, and he's like, "Yeah, well, when you get up there, we usually go out to the clubs." I'd gone up there and did perfume sales. I knew how the town was. Everybody lines up on this street, same as Pueblo. You know what I mean? They all go to the little strip and they just bar hop. So they said, you know, when you get into town. So I checked, or I was going to check into the hotel, but I didn't. I just met up with them and we smoked. And then, because by the time I got up there, and we just hit the strip. And I started seeing them do those behaviors. And I recognized right away, I was like, dude, they're going to score. Really? I just could tell they were going to score some dope. They were buying coke. Really? You've seen it your whole life. You know what's happening. And the whole time I'm like, nah, I don't want to be a part of this. And anyways, I ended up giving into it. And because I was at a weak moment and I regretted it immediately, I did a line and drove my ass home and didn't touch drugs for years. I haven't touched drugs. Really? That happened. And then I went to my cousin's wedding and my family offered me and I couldn't say no. And I haven't touched it since. Really? No. The last person to offer was Tree. Tree was trying to offer me and I said no. Really? I don't fuck around. I can say no now. But there were certain people I just couldn't say no. But going back to it, it's like you learn to watch for these behaviors and it becomes you stay in these you stay locked in these survival modes and you're always paranoid and suspicious of people. And for me it's men. And so that's why I was so disconnected in that sense. I'm fine with men because I have a mentality, but as soon as it became too close for comfort, and that's what that is, it's too close for comfort. So I just shared all of my shadows as to why I had, you know what I mean, problems of a sexual nature, frigidity and impotence and just an inability to connect. But as I said in my post, it's like I've done 3 years of intense work to put myself out there, and I didn't realize that I invited so many to be out there with me. Something stupid like that. I mean, shit. Realistically, you think about it, it's like, who's really going to show up? Seriously, though. I don't really give it too much thought. I'm just supposed to do what I'm supposed to do, which is be brave. I don't expect many others to answer that call of bravery. Moving on. So that's where we're at. We have lots of new things jumping. Really? Well, I'm glad I got that over with. My chest hurts real bad. Every time I bring up a story like this, we go back to it and it hurts. You know what I mean? Telling you that story of, first off, telling that memory. I never told anyone that. And I told it to Russ, and Russ made it a public affair. So even though it's intimate to me, it's not. He took away that intimate moment, shared it with the world. He's done it to me the whole time. Really? He's an asshole. It hurt. And that was one of the most unforgivable things along the way. Each of them did something that was so difficult for me, and I shared that yesterday. Wolfman, you have no idea, bro. It hurt. Going back to Bobby, if you just put down the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, we can have a lifetime together. I have messages of him saying that, dude. We could do this for the rest of our lives. We could spend the rest of our lives getting to know each other. I could spend the rest of our lives doing it. He kept telling me that, dude, and he knew that's all I wanted to do. It's very mean, very manipulative. I wasn't completely crazy. He fed into the crazy. I don't know. It's in there. And that's where it is going back to these memories and shit. That's what shadow work is. Nobody wants to look backwards, but we got to spend a lot of time doing it because it's stopping us from going forward. Really? Mm-hmm. We're already in our Friday work, and my chest is hurting. Ooh. All right, so then we move on to the Eight of Swords, which means we're fucked up on our brain. I went to Beltane, which is the Princess of Wands. This is bad. At least we didn't get the Seven of Swords. No, we got the Seven of Cups, just as fucked off. All right. The Eight of Swords is a card of bondage and constraint. Whether this is the cause of an illness, disability, dead end job, troubled relationship, or financial circumstances, you may be feeling lonely and isolated. Your dilemma is self created. Are we talking to Bobby again? Or the rest of you? As the restrictions lie in your own mind. I don't know. Everybody has their reason. Marshall, what's your excuse for not being able to come to my party? You're too good? You got something going on? You don't want to be seen? What? What is it? Everybody has one. Everybody has an excuse. You all have assholes. You're all an asshole and they all stink. What's your excuse for not coming? Bobby's is he wasn't invited. What's your excuse for not coming? My chest hurts. This is bad. It is the bondage of your own fears and self-limitations that need to be banished. Yeah, Allie, what's yours? You can't shave your face. You can't you could drive here, bitch, and that's a beautiful sorry, I didn't mean to call you bitch. That's a beautiful drive. Really? From California? Have you ever done it, Wolfman? It's a great drive. Really? I could tell you where to stop. Done it so many times. I've been doing it since I was a little girl. From Cali to Colorado, yeah, you just take the fucking 15 up to 70 and all the way over. You could take fucking 70 all the way across the fucking America. Really, a lot of these, you know what I mean? There's the highways, like, you know what I mean? Fucking Route 77. Yeah, 70 goes all the way across. You'll take it all the way into Vegas. He's like, what? Yeah, the 15, bitch, that runs down by Dago. Yes, you have the 5, the 15, that one, jump on it. It goes all the way up to Vegas. It'll go past Vegas. It goes up into, and then it splits. And then right by Utah is where you catch the 70. If you keep going, you'll go to Salt Lake City or something like that. That's really a pretty ride. I did that. I don't think you should do that about this time of year, though. Really? No, they're still getting snow and bullshit around there. But I went through, I did that the last time and came through Wyoming. Really, it's a wonderful drive. Really, you could do a lot of meditation. Have you ever seen the mountains on that? Utah? Utah sucks other than the view. Really? Oh, remember I got that guy on the bike? That was the weirdest thing I ever saw in Utah. That was the weirdest thing I ever saw in my life. Really? It's in my videos. All right, you think you can't escape, but you can. You think you don't have options, but you do. If you think yourself as a victim and you hand over your power to others and allow yourself to be constrained by their rules, my chest is hurting like I have pneumonia. Really? Like I can't breathe. I'm like, let me cough. Is there something in there? Take responsibility. It could be from breathing. Dude, I was all in the dirt, bro. Really, I was like blowing it out of my nose. I seriously, I took my shoes off. I had my little shorts on, dude. I was using my hand. I was all in that shit. Take responsibility for yourself and use the positive power of the swords to think your way through a situation. Reverse meaning, you have been through a difficult period but are beginning to see your way through and can gain temporary relief from your problems by distancing yourself from them. This will enable you to gain a better perspective on what faces you, which may not be as bad as you fear. Don't be afraid to ask for help. My chest hurts so bad. From friends or professionals on page 33. This is killing me. Really? Oh man, my chest is it's like it's crumbling. It's getting worse. Oh, it's a fucking heartbreak hotel. Let's get to the fucking king of coins. Oh my god, Becky. What does it mean? This is your outcome. Really? This is how it's gonna come out. If you go with the energy. Oh man, it's moving up. Really? Now my something's coming out, bro. Because now my shoulders are getting all tense. They're getting all cramped up into my neck. My neck is starting to hurt. It's moving up. It's going to come out my mouth, whatever it is. Uh-oh. Hey, that was a really good joke, right? They're like, if he's Fred Flintstone, then you're a big purple dinosaur called Barney Rubble. You get it? Barney the dinosaur. It was a great joke. Really? That was fucking classic. They had me laughing. They were making fun of me. I was crying. I'm going to really be crying, aren't I? All right. Oh, it's in my neck, bro. It's in my neck on my left side. I can feel this energy, dude, this blockage. What the fuck is it? At least it moved from my chest to my back. Really? Oh, yeah, it's in my back now. Is it like a being? No, it's energy. Douches. Douches. The King of Pentacles is the Lord of the Earth who represents plenty, security, power, and stability. He advises you that you can now achieve pleasure and spiritual growth through appreciating the beauties of life and the world around you, and these are true riches. That's what I talked about yesterday. I shared it a million times. Really, you have to come to colorful Colorado to understand the beauty and what God has made. Why do you think people come to Colorado? Not for the weed. Weed's legal everywhere, but that used to be the answer. It's beautiful. Really? Uh-huh. As far as that, dude, I forgot last night I was checking my emails and I had a fucking dude, it's so weird. Like I know it's probably AI or whatever, but I got this lead and I told you guys about it, about the city of Denver. I was like, this lady told me about it. I was like, dude, parks and recs and all kinds of stuff. She was like, you should check it out. I did not do that. But then I got a lead on a job for them where it was like one of those hello, my name is Peggy type positions. And so I went ahead. It was like, seriously, I got the email at like, I saw it at like 11 and I put in the application. I was about to hit send or, finish the process of it. And it was 11:11. I was like, well, let's plant this seed and see where it goes. Really? I mean, I felt it. Really? I said, did you hear my stomach? When she said it, I was like, that's a good idea to work for the city and, you know what I mean, of Denver. I was like, there's lots of positions right there, and that's a pretty secure position. And then all of a sudden, they offered me one. They only were taking applications for the next 2 days. The job training starts something in like June 20 some shit. So that would set me out as long as I had official, job. It pays good. And then in October, they run a training where you can do the training and go completely remote. So you spend June till October doing you know what I mean, hybrid. Well, I think it would actually just be on the, on site, and then it becomes remote. That'd be perfect too. Be remote for fucking December, for Christmas and shit during the winter. Just work from home. Damn, bitch. Might as well homeschool my kids. My daughter's really hating high school. She's having a hard time. She said she's going to talk to her counselor and see if she can find a way to make it through the next, I think she said something stupid like 16 days. Really? They're almost out of school. I have the paper on the thing for my son's continuation or his walk. He said he doesn't get to do the walk because his grades suck. I was like, well, walk it out. You don't care? No, bro. I'm not expecting them to be the best during what we've been through. I'm setting them up for a better year. But I don't expect them to make up for years of our fucking travels in 1 year of high school, bro. In 1 year, you know what I mean? No. I'm grateful that they made it through and they, shit, that's it. That's it, bro. Seriously, no. I give them a lot of empathy for what I've took them through and I don't expect them to be, just as socially awkward as me having a hard time. You know what I mean? They couldn't keep up with all that. They literally missed pretty much almost a whole year of school off and on. You put together the combined dates. And it was pretty awful because I can show in videos every place I went. You know what I mean? When I got to Wisconsin, that's what happened. We started having talks about getting the kids in school and getting a job. Next thing you know, I was gone. My sisters, that was never a case. As soon as I got to back to Colorado, it was summer, but I did put them in school there. Realistically, as far as a job, I think I was faking my car. I was still using my car for Lyft, or I got my car recertified for Lyft and was faking it. I think. I don't remember what I was doing for work back then. No, I don't think so. I don't know because I remember I started working with the temp agency when I was doing the hotel. The temp agency was keeping me going at the hotel. I don't remember, but they went to school then, and then they did school in Oklahoma. But when we left Oklahoma, it was scarce, bro, because we came here. When I got to Arizona, the whole time I was trying to get them in online school. They didn't even call me with computers until it was weeks after. So I was already back in Colorado. Really? We were moving from place to place here in Colorado, so I couldn't put him in a school in any neighborhood because even though we were sleeping, over on the west side, I was working anywhere. I was working for the temp agency, so at any day I could be anywhere. And because we were in the car, I was taking them with me. So I couldn't, you don't understand. So for the temp agency, I had to wake up and be there at location by 5 a.m. to be the first to get in. It's first come, first serve. which was basically labor jobs. Really, there's women that do it too. So I would show up. I had to be at a location somewhere. I had to be there and sign up. But they don't send you out until like 7, 8, 9 o'clock. So I still have the kids asleep in the car. So they're asleep in the car while I'm sitting there with everybody drinking coffee, and I'm in the bathroom brushing my teeth. And I'm, I'm going to Walmart and I'm getting breakfast stuff for them. So when they wake up, and then I'll get my card, I'll get my job. So then we're waking up and I'm going to a job site. I've got all this stuff for them so that they have breakfast. By the time I get up there, I'll find the closest place and we'll figure out. I'll get them their lunch and shit, walk the dog, do all of that, and then I'll go to the job site. I'll park them on the job site somewhere hidden, with the car put up, but also near, because their job site's near like a porta potty or something. And the whole time I'm on the job site, I'm running and checking on them. I'm doing this. This is how I'm working. So then we leave the job site as a family. I got to go turn in my ticket and then I get paid out within an hour or two. From there, I'm going first thing to find a shower, which is going to rec centers or going to Chatfield to find a shower. I have to shower and change. So we're doing all that. Next is dinner, right? So then we're having dinner, and then it gets dark. So then we close up the car and we're going to bed. This is how I'm surviving. This is how I'm surviving it like all the time until I get my lift car. Then it becomes even more difficult. Really? And then they start putting us in hotels. So I'm driving at the airport, but the kids are at a hotel in downtown Denver. I don't feel good about this because of all the other homeless people that are staying at the hotel while the kids are. There's a lot going on. I can't do this. There's a lady that's offering me to put my kids in school in Arvada, and you know what I mean, they could stay there at night, but I just don't have a good feeling. Later on, the lady ends up being a cuntass, and her mechanic fucking husband or boyfriend or whatever he was fucks me over on the car. So it's a good thing I didn't do that, but they missed a whole school year almost. They finished, and that's what I said. When I got to the hotel, all I wanted to do was put him in school, and I kept hitting roadblocks. It was only when I fucking let go that we were able to get him into school, and they finished a couple weeks. They finished the last year in those schools. So then the new school came, and they were tackling it. You know what I mean? Those same schools, and they were kind of, this was them getting into it. And that's been their year. Really? Yeah, it was hard. We stayed at a homeless shelter. They couldn't, you know what I mean? They couldn't really connect with people. They couldn't really let them in. My daughter made every weird friend in the world in her first year of high school. My son was at the last year of, junior high and, kind of struggled to make some friends. He was messing around on his computer. It was just kind of hard. So yeah, I don't expect that greatness out of them this year. We survived. That's all. We survived. That's all that mattered. My daughter put a lot of pressure on herself because she, when we went in, both my kids were the top of their class. They're gifted and talented, which means that they do work that other kids don't work. They're like, what I mean? They have accelerated freaking, what I mean, grades and classes and all of that shit. They have their own gifted and talented kids. I had them tasted when they were young. What it is, it's like a resume. They start building up credentials and stuff like that very young. It's totally different. It's not just a basic kid with a GPA. You bring their gifted and talented resume. It shows something completely different. Really? Yeah, that's what gets them into colleges. Really? Yeah, it doesn't really matter about all that shit because it shows right away that they're accelerated learners, that they learn at an accelerated rate and they need pressured learning for them. It's not it's not special ed. It's the opposite. And they've been in that since they were in elementary school and carried it into middle and high school, but then I started fucking with their schedule. So it's still there and they were still able to be placed into it, but I didn't expect them to keep up with it in new environments. Really? So I'm not really concerned about them falling below education levels because they were always superior to what educational levels were. Really? Oh man, especially when we hit Oklahoma. Oh God. Really? Those kids were not learning what my kids know. Really? Yeah. And that's, my daughter was in all honors classes. My son took all STEM classes. Really? Yeah, it was crazy shit. Moving on to it. Let's see. He advises you now that you can achieve pleasure and spiritual growth through appreciating the small things of life. You are in a position to help others, so give generously of your time and resources to create abundance in your life and the lives around you. On a practical level, he signifies the ultimate achievement of a creative project, business venture, or investment accomplishment accomplished through methodical work and attention to detail. This full moon ceremony, a public full moon ceremony, is the completion of a long journey. It is just the completion of me overcoming something, but it's the beginning of something enormous. This is the end of what I needed to do. It's the final task I needed to do to end, you know what I mean? My initiation. And it's the first task I need to do to start my mission or my ministry. And that goes back to Wolfman. He's my last task is to open up to this. And I did. I sent him a very respectful email and I meant it from my heart. And he knows he's been paying attention. He knows I meant it. I believe in the spiritual connection. You know why I don't believe in a personal relationship with you for all reasons. I'm not saying you can't be that guy, and I apologize for saying that in the beginning, but you understand why I thought such ways. I don't need to think of you as a personal relationship like that. I see this as a very successful spiritual venture together. And by allowing you to come in is allowing the ministry to grow. And that's the same with the twin flames. All of us were put together so that we can come together in healing and individually infect this world with this bullshit. Each and every one of them knew that since the beginning. Wolfman, you were not part of the beginning. You weren't there. Even Bruno was part of that conversation. This was way in the beginning. And I mean, what are we here to do? This is what we're here to do. I never had the full details, but simple shit like that of us coming together and hanging out on the weekend and having these in-depth conversations just between ourselves and then taking that back to our individual, you know what I mean? Wolfman takes that and puts that on his channel. Kanye goes and he makes that, you know what I mean, in his life. Royce is finding a way, Logic's finding a way, Marshall's finding a way to take this information, this healing, this what I just got, and we're going to find a way to take it to the masses. And we're working collectively instead of secretly, like Russ is trying to take everything and go make himself rich with it. You fucking Judas. That's not how this works, Judas. Really? Seriously, though. That's what we're supposed to do. Even if it's down to just taking it back to our families, to our churches, to our workplaces. We're infecting them with our own healing. What'd you do this weekend? We got together with our healing group. And what happened? Well, we talked about some great stuff, and that starts the conversation. That's all it is having conversations, deep conversations of letting things out underneath the rug. And that's what it really is. We can do it together comfortably, but when we start having these conversations outside, then it makes other people comfortable to start having these conversations. And that's all it is. We need to let it out. The truth shall set everyone free. Let's start facing our own truths. You know what I mean? And then we can, you know what I mean, spread truth. You hear my stomach? It's going off. Really? What does it want? I don't know. Probably food, don't you think? The King of Pentacles may be a person in your life. He is a natural manager and likely to be very successful in his career. Most all of you are. None of you are struggling. Even Tree runs his own, you know what I mean, moving business. He runs his own business. All of you do. You know what I mean? Bobby is very, you know, he takes care of his own family. He takes care of his family, all of that shit. All of you are very successful. This could be any of you. None of you are failing to pay your bills and take care of people. You're not failures at providing. So I can say that you're better men than the men I had before you. You're not failing at it. You might not, and that's it. You might not have the finest things, but you're not failing. You know what I mean? There's food on the table and a roof over your head. I know what it means not to be able to provide that for yourself. You feel like a fucking failure. Seriously? I mean, seriously. Well, I'm trying to get you to go sleep under the stars and fast. It's a way of life around here. Sorry, it's funny. Whenever you encounter him, he will be wise, fatherly figure who offers guidance and wisdom, generous with his time, energy, and conscientious mentor who will help nurture new talent. Just off the top, dude, I got to be honest. This is Brian, but I don't know about like money. I never seen him. I never asked him. I don't know. Gives you drink. I don't know. I never asked him. Don't ask people for fucking money. But as far as that, he's very wise, father figure. He's, you know what I mean? He's very kind about that. He offers guidance and wisdom. He's generous with his time. He's not like, oh, I can't, he's not looking past you when you're talking to him. He's not, you know what I mean? Oh, I'm too busy for you. He's like, yeah, I want to sit down and talk to you. Yeah, let's talk. He'll really talk with you. And that means he's giving you his energy. He is a mentor and he's, you know what I mean? He's going to nurture new talent. And that's what he does all the time. Really? Mm-hmm. Which makes sense. He probably sees himself in all of these young artists and he wants to help them get there and not get chewed up like whatever he may have experienced. He wants to get them there safely and successfully. And that's my twin flame. You're like, what do you have in common with him? That. The spread of good. Somebody like me that takes their life experience and tries to use it to better the next generation. That's what we share. Really? Mm-hmm. So it's a good thing. And that's why he respects me. He doesn't fully understand what I do, but he respects that I'm just trying to make my life better and make other people's better with what I have. And that's all Marshall told me to do when I started writing music. Keep it personal, tell your own stories, and people can relate to that. That's all I'm trying to do. Is if I can, you know what I mean, in his words, if I can get, hit a couple people, that's great. And that's all that's what he's trying to do is better people's lives, you know what I mean, in the betterment of his own. Really? Yeah, that's all. So it's like, what do you guys align on? We're all aligned in different things. Seriously? Yeah, they're just like me. So if you like me, you're going to like them. Guaranteed, you probably like them more than me. As I always say, you twin flames like each other more than me. Every move he makes is carefully planned using tried and tested methods gained through long experience. And Pentacles is an earth sign and he is a Taurus. But that could easily be Lewis if we wanted to bring him, but we're not bringing him into the conversation anymore. He's also, the Capricorn, very structured like this, right? Runs a very successful career. I don't know if he offers guidance. Yeah, he does. I don't know how generous he is with his time if you can get it. And, he's always grounded. That's them. Earth signs. Really? Yeah. Do you know, what is it? Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo? Do I know a Virgo man? I don't think. Oh, the only man I know is Kobe. Yeah, yeah, and that's him too. You think about it. A father figure with guidance and wisdom, generous with his time. If you can catch him, he's going to give it to you. Really, he'll give you his time. He's literally thinking. You can see him chewing on his lip while you're talking. He's thinking about what you're saying. He's giving you your time, and that means his energy. And he's trying to nurture totally grounded, practical, hardworking, reliable. Those are our earth signs, people. Really? Yeah, they're down to earth. Kind of helps when you're so everywhere else. And that's why I said earth signs are good for, there's just, we kind of clash. Why? Because they're grounded and I'm, on fire. Somebody throw some water on that bitch. Anyways, last thing you need is air. That's just going to fuel my fire. Every move he makes is carefully planned. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He enjoys the finer things in life and will have a tasteful home where he loves to entertain his family and friends. Is that not Lewis? And I promise you, every picture that I've ever seen of Brian in the background, he's always in a nice house with nice things and a nice view. Really? Yeah, he takes pictures of outside. He likes to do the Denver things too. He likes being outside. He's like that. He takes pictures of good food and all that shit. He always looks good. Really? Yeah, that's just him. As a life partner, he may not make big romantic gestures, but he will be loyal and loving, even sensual and passionate, offering a life of financial security and protection, though he can be possessive. Well, I think that's any man. You know what I mean? This is mine. I worked hard for what's mine, and you can't have what's mine. Really? Yeah, I don't see that as a bad thing when we're talking about someone like, you know what I mean, like Kobe. That's my wife. You know what I mean? Something like that. I dig it. Moving on, reversed. Indicates that you failed to achieve success that you desire and you may be in serious financial difficulties. It happens. Really? Oh, dude, think of all the greatest, bro. Seriously, you start with nothing. Not even two nickels to rub together is what they call that. All you need is faith, bro. Seriously? Yeah. If everybody had a pot of gold to go out there with, then we'd all be successful and there's no story to be told. We all just landed it. I was talking to Mr. Plum about that last night. I got to talk to Mr. Plum for a great deal. And I was like, Mr. Plum, your life was your life, but by you sharing your stories, you put it you put characters in my head. You built an imagination in my head of the perfect American family, or what they tried to describe existed in that time. And I thank you for that, because you gave context, you gave me an imagination, and actually not an imagination, but something built on a real reality. And I get to share that reality with other people, around the world. But in the sense of, Mr. Plum, it's like he told his story. I was telling the story about your mustache and stuff. And I asked him, I was like, I can't remember all your details. He said he was 22 when he started his teaching career, straight out of college. He was 22. He started working in town. He said a lot of his success was because his parents let him stay at home. So he didn't have to pay for rent, and he didn't have to pay for food, and he was able to, get a lot of things. He said what happened though, he said he was 28 when that happened. He had been with the school district for so long, and they got this new superintendent who was a super jerk. He was former military, and he told Mr. Plum to get rid of his fucking mustache. He had that meeting with him on a Monday. He had put in a call to Hugo and met with the Hugo supervisor or superintendent on a Wednesday and signed paperwork with them on a Thursday. Then the following Monday, that guy, the super jerk, called him and is like, "We'd like to have you and your mustache." He said, "Well, I already signed a contract." He was 29 when he's 28 when he started his new life in Hugo, Oklahoma. He lived 90 miles away. He never knew anything about Oklahoma. He was from Texas. He was a Texas man. He didn't really come up there. No, But he found an opportunity, he moved to it, and he never left it. He was telling me the story too about Miss Stahl. I was trying to tell the story about the building. The thing about the building is Miss Stahl's dad owned his own what was it called, Mr. Plum? Where they do wood. I can't remember what he called. So they literally did. I was trying to explain how his house is so anointed. They had their own, I can't remember what it's called, the word for it, where they cut their own wood and all of that shit. And so they would, you know what I mean? They literally, it was a thing. That's why they recycled that. I was telling all his stories and I was just going into that. But along the way, you know what I mean? It's you build this. You don't come in rich. You don't come into it rich. You build a rich life through the ups and the downs of the flow. You don't just hit it big and you stay big your whole life. And there's so many great stories of people that, came from nothing and made a big something for themselves and for others. So if you're at a place of financial difficulties or a serious failure or whatever, things didn't work out, that's what happens. It doesn't always work out the first time when you're going after your dreams. Um, Lewis said that he was very poor, trying to, trying to put everything he had into getting him into Formula One. That was extremely expensive. I can tell you, just go karts alone is unbelievably expensive. It is an unbelievably expensive, not even sport, but hobby. It's unbelievable just to even, do it on the side, let alone to do it competitively. Really, I found that out when I got into it, and they went further and further into it. You know what I mean? The parts to keep his tires, to keep all of that going, the gear, the fees, everything, bro. It all costs, all the cost of it. And his dad was working for his dreams. And so, during that time, you have to understand they were in financial difficulties the entire time, probably. And everybody's saying, you shouldn't be putting all that fucking money into go karting. This is never going to be worth it. You need to, you know what I mean? You should be buying a house. You should be putting food on the table. You should be fucking, you know what I mean? But instead, he's putting everything he has into this kid's dream. That's why Lewis can't give up, because he saw that it took everything from his dad to make this happen, and he owes it to pay it back. At what point is the debt paid? He bought your soul, but that's the truth. You know what I mean? You can't go back. Your fear of where you came from, you'll never go back to that type of poverty again. Why? Because even if you don't have the money, you built the name. The name means more than the money. The name creates more money going forward. Really? Yeah.
There could be any number of reasons why this for this. Maybe you didn't work hard enough, made poor decisions, got suckered in a get rich quick scheme, gambled your money away, or was spending money like you didn't actually have it. Or perhaps your dreams were just unrealistic. Forget about the image of being rich and successful that you try to project. It's probably time to just get an ordinary job and get yourself back into a stable situation. That's what I said. I have to maintain this situation which is stable with an ordinary job. Because if I ask God for too much of a blessing, it'll end up being a curse. More money is more problems. If I go for something more than, you know what I mean, ordinary, then I'll lose this apartment because of that. I really like what I have, and the thing is it's under strict income guidelines. I was able to get this because of my income. If I have too much income, then that means I'll have to, find another place to live. And that's what I mean. It's more problems. I'm just trying to make enough to live, not to be, you know what I mean, to live large. Just this is good. I'm really grateful for what I have. It's not breadcrumbs. It's an absolute blessing. I'm just trying to keep what I got. I don't need anything more. I can't ask for more. Why would I? Really, there's plenty more to have, I suppose. But if you saw my house and you understand that where I came from, if I showed you my old apartment and all those stories, and I was in my car and this is where I live now, you'd understand. You'd really understand how grateful I am and why I don't need more. Yeah, you could look at my apartment and say, "You need some more furniture, girl." If somebody was here, we just sit in our rooms. We don't there's three chairs at the table right there. We eat together. We don't and that's what I did say is we don't really socialize like that. They're teenagers. Really? They stick to themselves. We don't really do all that. Sometimes, and that's why I said maybe if we had more furniture, we might come together around the TV. We come together around a meal, but that's not really it. Seriously? No, we're not like they're not like small kids and shit like that. So there's some things you're like, well, you could use more. I could, but I don't need more. It's simple. I look simple. I look, because it is simple. I simply have everything I need. I don't simply need anything more. I could buy more. I could put up pictures and we could buy a bunch more furniture. We could buy more seating so that, the kids are sitting in the living room staring at their phones instead of in the bedroom staring at their phones. But what's the point? I don't sit in the living room. I sat on the couch a couple times. That was it. There's a couch in my living room. That's it. And a TV that overlooks the kitchen. That's it. That's it. We walk past it and that's it. The kids will sit there. I would be surprised. There's always one of them because the couch has a charger to it. It has a charger connected to it. So they'll charge their phone while on the couch. Really? And then they'll turn the TV on and put something else, like listen to Joe Bart while they're playing their phones. Really? My son does that in his bedroom. He has a TV, the Xbox, and his phone. My daughter doesn't, she said she didn't want all that. So I didn't do all that. She said maybe a computer. I was about to, and she said no. Really? Swear. It went from this, that, and the other to nah, never mind. So I don't know. And that's trying to keep up and trying to always want more. I don't know. There's always more to be had. You can always fill that space. And that's what it is. People look at their house and they're like, I should put something there. Really, I want to put a little thing in the guest bathroom. You know what I mean? I want to put a little cabinet there and put some stuff, but the kids aren't touching it. So it's just like, decor, I guess. Really, I just wanted to put something in there. It just seems a little dry. But other than that, no. I don't need shit. Really? Mm-mm. Might need more knives if we ever served meat around here. I only own one knife. I don't know. I'm just saying this is what could have got you in trouble, guys. Is trying to, do too much. The reverse king of pentacles may be a person in your life or he may be you. Make no mistake, he is a shady character with no moral scruples. Dude, this is my baby daddy, dude. Really? Oh man. Could be a loan shark at your door, an embezzler, a con man, a cowboy builder, a thief, a corrupt official. Why do you say that? Bro, I got paperwork that he was claiming to have custody of my daughter and was getting a fake welfare check. Last I heard. No, that was before Amy said that he was on parole for trying to what was it? Traffic fucking fentanyl. I have every reason to say such things. This is the person that I'm mentally fucked off on. Really? Thank God he can't leave the state of Oklahoma for at least 5 years. Oh my God, this guy. By then, my kids will be grown. By then, my kids will be grown, bro. How old is CJ? Fuck. Yeah, he'll be 18. CJ's fucking, he's about to be 14. Lily's 15. By the time that happens, dude, I'll be free. They'll be free. We'll be free. Realistically, and then they're grown. They can get their own fucking, fucking restraining orders against him if they want, or whatever the case may be. Seriously, yeah. 5 more years, dude. My kids are grown. Do you realize that? You won't want to be a stepdad, bro. What are you talking about, bro? They're almost gone. My dream was cut. Oh God, I'm gonna cry. And yet I'm gonna start over with brand new babies. But that's what happens because I won't even have the empty nest. That hurts people, bro. It hurts relationships. It hurts things when they leave. It hurts them. They made their whole lives about these kids. I've made my whole life, dude. I've done nothing but serve these kids. In a couple years, they're just going to disappear on me like I meant nothing. They're going to go live their lives, and I can't be leechy and attachy and all showing up and being all, extra in their life. I've got to let them go. Really? Well, I don't know about Big Ben. He might not go nowhere. Fucking kid. Seriously, who knows? I mean, if they offered him a fucking, you know what I mean, a full paid scholarship to some crazy school far away, fucking Cambridge and shit, what am I supposed to say? Oh, don't leave me. That's what happens, bro. And these kids have the education to get them there. Scholarships and everything, like I told you. Really? I can't keep them home. The point is to send them out and make them, they can be great people out there and change the world, make great friends, teach people great things. My daughter's going to Europe. Something about fucking Germany. Really? I think so. It's crazy, right? Where will you be in 5 years? I was supposed to be, you know what I mean? Shit. That's okay, though. Really? Yeah. I could, you know what I mean? It's not a terrible thing. And that's where you think of, oh, you're too old. To what? To start a new adventure? I swear I could be better at it. Really? That's how you're supposed to look at it. It's not supposed to be so terrifying. Realistically, there's some women that they didn't even get the chance yet. They're in their 40s and they think they won't ever get a chance. It could happen. If you fight the fear, it could happen. It's not a terrible thing. Don't you want to experience it before you die? Fatherhood, motherhood, a happy family. It's what God made us for. It's what He intended. Really? Mm-hmm. 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 Moving on. The reverse key may be this bastard, or of course you might not recognize it straight away. If you get involved with him, he will have no conscience about living off of you and cutting you out of your money. Things are far more important than people to him, and he is obsessed with possessions and the show of wealth. As I say that, that's Russ. Russ, it's all about showing off what he has. He cares more about what he has than the people, you know what I mean, than anybody. He doesn't care about the people. He uses the people as possessions. What he can do for his girlfriend, what he does for his family. He uses it as power. Ugh, you're so powerless. Really? Yeah. Ugh, gosh, you bother me. To get what he wants is he is not adverse to exploiting anyone or anything. And that's where he is. He goes into pumps up these artists and tries to get them to work with him only because, what do you think he told Dr. Dre? What do you think he told Dr. Dre to get a Dr. Dre beat? And what did he do with the beat? Nothing. He thought just by working with Dr. Dre, it was going to put him on. He thought just by bringing Big Sean and doing a song with Big Sean, it would put him on. He thought by working with Will Smith, it would put him on. He's always trying to get put on by someone else. Really? I mean, this boy. If he is your life partner, he will be controlling, possessive, suspicious, as well as cold and distant. Is he? Ew, how could he live like that when all she does is throw her titties all over the internet? Jesus. Well, I mean, he probably is. That's mine. Yeah, that's my girl. Controlling because he pays all the bills and she can't do anything without his, you know what I mean? Him paying for it. Suspicious? I don't know if he is. Somebody go take a hit at his girl and see how he acts. I'm sure they. Sorry, what? He knows it. Oh, he's dirty. He knows it. What? He knows nobody would fuck with her. Not because it's him, but because they wouldn't, because they can do better than her. Jeez, Russ. That's ugly, bro. He knows that you can do better than her, but he knows he can't. Jesus Christ. That's ugly. That's fucking ugly, dude. That's the ugliest thing I've ever fucking tapped into in a spirit. No, it's not, but that is ugly. It's manipulative. He's got to keep it a notch below so he doesn't have to compete. I see this. Okay. I can see this lightening up in the mirror. I consider myself not athletic. I consider myself always a thick girl. So I see myself in a league of my own to where I don't have to compete with the girls. Really? I see myself, but when I put on those dresses, it's like I'm a typical size of other girls. But I see myself as a bigger size, so I see myself out of the competition. That's what it is. She's not part of the competition. Just enough to, you know what I mean? A ringside girl. Jesus, Russ. I'm getting out of this. These are your feelings. You know, I don't feel this way about her. I feel all kinds of fucking awful ways about her, but not this. I really don't feel any kind of way about her. Whoa. That's why I don't tap into shit. Whoa. Suspicious? He's not worried about somebody coming and taking his girl. In his mind, she's not good. You wouldn't fuck with her. She's not good enough. That's what my ex had said about me. He's like, he would never fuck with you because he fucks with better girls than what. And that's because he didn't appreciate what he had. He didn't see me and my worth. He thought that those girls were better than what he has. And that's what I mean. This is cold hearted shit right here. Really? He doesn't have to worry about someone hitting on his girl because the guys he hangs out with have better girls than his. He is trying to get a better, or he sees his girl as not even as good as their girls. Example, his girl isn't as good as fucking Kim Kardashian, and it isn't as good as Bianca. His girl isn't these girls. His girl doesn't even stand up to fucking NFs, and his girl isn't fucking Logic's girl. I'm serious. In the competition, he sees it as she's just enough, but not good enough to worry about. He doesn't worry about it because he know. Oh, Kanye. I gotta get out of this energy. You guys are deep. All right. He's unlikely to be faithful. As a father, he can be unfeeling towards his children, often absent and inattentive. Inattentive. Ouch. Really? Ouch. I didn't see all that. Okay. They didn't tell me anything we didn't know, did they? Other than I'm in deep shit. Let's go back to these cards. Really? What came out of these cards? We said, okay, let me put them in order as I got them. That was crazy. So we had Seven of Cups, which is options and illusions. They're options, but they're illusions. You're considering them as options, but it's actually a delusion of the mind. You could go down there and it's probably not going to end the way you see it, and it probably looks better than it does on the surface. That's what that means. Realistically, the King of Wands is a fire sign again, and that's about taking action. That's about authoritism. That's about moving in it. And that's what I said is like you would have to be a fire sign to understand this drive that pushes. So this is about taking that push, taking that move. So it's basically you see your options and you're going to go after one of them, which is what? Going to end up in a union. The Two of Cups is ultimate union. People think it's the lovers, but that's just coming into love with yourself or possibly another. The Two of Cups ultimately is two others. There's no other way to see this unless it was two broken cups, meaning, you know what I mean? But that's not really, it means two people coming apart, but it always has to do with two people. realistically. And that's where this could be. It's like, these are no longer options. I'm walking away from this. Or I see this option for what it is, and I'm going to take action in this. I'm trying to play it to you both ways. Either way you look at it, the moon was upside down, which means there's no more secrecy. There's no more hiding. We're coming clean with our thoughts and our feelings. The moon is about your thoughts and your feelings and coming clean. The two wolves howling at the moon. Is that going to be us? It could be. It could be if you put down that pride, Mr. Knight of Wands. It doesn't matter if any of the other guys show up. I have a plan. God created a plan for what I'm supposed to do with you. And I don't want to say that you have more priority, but in essence, that plan trumps this whole party. God has been putting this plan on what I'm supposed to do with you this whole time. The party just came up, but there's an actual plan. And that's what I said for the ritual initiation, for the full moon ceremonies and ritual, and then as well as the pagan initiation and rites and initiation. I know exactly what I'm supposed to do with you. And that's not everybody. That's just me and you do that, which is the initiation. Really? Under the full moon. Seriously? And what does that bring? Balance, justice, Venus, the morning star. It brings it all into alignment. So yeah, dude, a lot is happening right here. It's individual, but it's very collective. This is all happening for me, but this is becoming a collective situation. And that's what it goes back to. I'm sure if I pull this up, what do we got under here? We have the fucking Knight of fucking Swords. And then we have the Fool taking the leap of faith. Oh, yeah. And the fucking Princess of Coins. And the Death. Oh, and this is my card for the Strength. That's the Sacred Masculine. That's my Emperor. Who's that? That's Sitting Bull right there, bro. A Native American. Remember yesterday's teachings? Looking for a chief. Really? Mm-hmm. A whole bunch of Indians. Who's going to be the chief? Really? Chief so-and-so. Hey, chief on this. Hit this weed. Let's see how you feel. Don't forget about our altitude. You probably don't want to drink around here. Seriously, it's not sea level. This isn't seawater around here, baby. Oh. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Really? It's just a Thursday full of love and expansion. Let's see how this blows up in my face. Confirmation. I'm not looking at any of it. I don't know what any of it is. I told you I'm not going to. I already put myself out there. Now I got to pull myself in and just hope for the best. Realistically, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not even. Now I'm running from my DMs. I was going to list more than that. I'm running from my DMs. Really? No, I'm just standing still and just dealing with it. The DMs is the divine masculine, but I'm running from my fucking Instagram messages. I'm running from my email, and now I'm running from my text messages. I'm not running anywhere. I'm not going to respond today. I said that in the Bruno energy. Today I'm not doing anything. Leave a message at the tone. What am I going to do? I'm going to be that kid from Signs, dude. I'm going to make a big breakfast, and then I'm going to go in my tent and pray to God that the fucking ghosts don't get me again. Hey, my Holy Spirits, they're always making jokes of me. That's what I said. I just had to tell you that they're making fun of me again because I made fun of you, and I'm going to stop making fun of you because then it just keeps happening to me. My daughter ends up with a fucking mullet, dude. I told you, this is my karma. Every time I fucking do anything. Anyways, really? Yeah, I'm in the danger zone, don't you think? It's the ending of old relationships. It could start something new, or we're going to start something. Here comes Michael, Archangel Michael. You want to be starting something? You better be starting something. At least we got Marco. We got Michael instead of Gabriel. Realistically, they come together. Go ahead and bring Uriel, Raphael. It's a whole fucking party, isn't it? Can I bring the demons? Lucifer. Really? Hey, you know why I feel so good? Because he's out of the picture. Where's he at? He's out of the picture. Really? You're not going to invite Russ? I told you I wouldn't. He's all about him. He's not invited. I told you that. Him and fucking Lewis are in that same fucking boat. Really? I invited Kanye. Really? Why not? What's Kanye going to do? Kanye's going to act a fool? More foolish than I do? I got this, boy. Realistically, yeah. You guys are like, no way. No, they're not really going to. Look at them, bro. Do you think they're ready to face the music?
They can't even create the music. How are they ready to face it? That's what I said. This stupid reconciliation. I could sit here and look at all of these guys and it's like, attending, probably not. Attending, probably not. Attending, probably not. And then my daughter's like, well, what if nobody attends? Well, I'll be there. You'll be there. And then it's over. Realistically, I don't give a shit if you come to my fucking celebration. The universe is celebrating me if you don't want to. Seriously. And I don't know what we're going to do with that water. Don't drink the water. It's called Jesus juice. Drink this. Really? It's the living water. Really? No, Scorpio fucking moon water would be Death Star water. Really? It's like the poison of the universe. Seriously? I think it's funny. I had fun. Did you have fun? I don't want to upload this. Really? I don't want to tell you everybody any of this. Love you. Later. Bye.